Alright, I've used spad.next to kind of test this out. You can see over the right I've got on button press, it toggles the autopilot master, and then on button release, also toggles the autopilot master. I couldn't get autopilot on or off to work, and I tried doing a button hold to acknowledge the master caution, but I can't get that to work. But just kind of a proof of concept here. So I need to make a left-hand turn. It's a little bit tough with autopilot on. Press and hold my force trim. It releases the flat path stabilization or the autopilot in game. I'm still holding, as you can see, button held over on the right. Doing a more aggressive turn, turn it in. Right here, I'm pretty well where I need to be. I let go. See, it kicks in, holds the attitude. I need to shave a lot of speed. Press and hold the force trim. I'm cutting speed. I let go. Kind of locks me in place again. Need to slow way down. Force trim pressed. On release. And now if I want to depart, force trim down. I'm picking up speed. Force trim released. That's something that the HPG H145 used to experience a lot. But that has to do with stick location and how the trim kicks in. And that's going to be a really complicated thing to fix from my understanding. But just having these is tremendously better experience than having to toggle the force trim and the autopilot attitude hold. So now we're getting up around 100, 120 knots. I want to make a left-hand turn. This is without pressing force trim. It kind of fights you and wants to go straight, which is my interpretation of how that happens in real life. And once I turn back straight, it kind of locks into the heading hold or attitude hold. But I want to make a sharp U-turn. Press force trim, turn, coordinated pedal turn. It's way more nimble. This would be very difficult with the autopilot on or the flight path stabilization. I'm still holding force trim for low level maneuverability. Still have force trim on, or the force trim pressed, which has the attitude hold disengaged. And once I get leveled out, I just want to maintain this attitude. I let go. I feel the autopilot working again. Now I want to land over here. Press force trim. Still have force trim pressed. See how I can make really, really good movements left, right.
20 feet.
Now I can let go. Force trim is off. I felt the autopilot engage for flight path stabilization. And if I want to do a really fine-tuned landing, force trim's depressed, and we're down. The only things that we have going on right now is once I come up into a hover, flight path stabilization or autopilot is off. So I have to turn that on to get my toggles working correctly. Now force trim pressed, we depart. Force trim released. Autopilot flight path stabilization's on. Boy, I'm assuming we passed a certain speed and that kicked in. Feels great. And I feel like that speed's very similar to when the stabilator would change as well. But this setup, this would be a game changer for force feedback and unsprung.